We all have dreams, we all have desires. But let me ask you this. What's the one thing standing between you and the life you want? What's the one force that separates the dreamers from the achievers? It's self-discipline. You see, self-discipline is not just about doing what needs to be done today. It's about mastering yourself. It's the power to rise when you're knocked down, to keep pushing when everyone else gives up. It's not about how many times you failed. It's about how many times you get back up and keep moving forward. The truth is, every goal you set, every dream you pursue, demands that you master one thing, you. It's time to unlock the power within you. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start making this moment perfect. The art of self-discipline is the bridge between where you are right now and where you want to be. So, are you ready to take charge? Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality? Because when you take full control of your actions, your future is no longer uncertain, it's certain. Self-discipline is the bedrock upon which all success is built. Without it, even the most talented individuals struggle to reach their full potential. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that talent or luck determines success. But the truth is that self-discipline is the single most important factor that separates the dreamers from the doers. It's not about how smart you are or how much natural ability you have. It's about your ability to stay focused, make consistent effort, and keep pushing forward even when things get tough. The truth is, self-discipline is the ability to choose what's right over what's easy. It's about making decisions that align with your goals, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Most people are driven by emotions and impulses, but it takes a special kind of person to push through those feelings and make choices that will lead to long-term success. When you make self-discipline a habit, you stop letting temporary feelings dictate your actions. Instead, you begin to make decisions that support your future. Think about it. Every successful person you admire didn't get to where they are by making easy choices. They didn't get to where they are by doing what felt good in the moment. They reached their goals because they made the hard choices consistently. It's about waking up early when the bed is warm, pushing through the long hours when your body is telling you to rest, and persevering when everyone else is quitting. These small, daily choices build up over time and create momentum that drives you closer to your goals. It's also about creating the habits that reinforce success. Self-discipline isn't a one-time effort. It's a constant practice. You don't achieve your goals by making one big decision. You achieve them by making the right decisions, over and over again, until they become second nature. The more you practice self-discipline, the easier it becomes. You start to crave the satisfaction of doing the hard things. You begin to see challenges as opportunities to prove to yourself that you are capable of more. Every time you push through resistance, you grow stronger. When you make self-discipline your default, you change the course of your life. You stop being at the mercy of distractions and obstacles. You take control of your actions, and by doing so, you take control of your future. Your actions determine your destiny, not your circumstances. It's easy to look at where you are in life and blame external factors. Whether it's your upbringing, your environment, or the opportunities or lack thereof that have come your way. But the truth is, it's not about where you start. It's about what you do with what you have. Every moment, every decision you make shapes the life you'll live, and the power lies in your hands, not in the hands of anyone or anything else. The world is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles. There will always be reasons to quit, to let go of your dreams, or to believe that the odds are stacked against you. But successful people don't give in to those obstacles. Instead, they focus on what they can control, their actions. Circumstances are often outside of our control, but we always have the ability to decide how we respond. The key is to take ownership of your decisions and recognize that you are the one who shapes your path. Think about the people you admire. They didn't get to where they are by waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal set of circumstances. They reached their success because they took action, often in the face of adversity. They saw opportunities even when others saw problems. They found solutions where others saw only dead ends. Their actions, not their circumstances, led them to their success. This is the real secret. No matter what life throws your way, it's your actions that will ultimately define your future. It's easy to get caught up in the blame game, blaming people, situations, or even yourself for where you are. But this mindset only keeps you stuck. The moment you decide to take responsibility for your actions and stop letting external circumstances dictate your life, you unlock a new level of power. You realize that you have the ability to create your own opportunities, to make things happen, and to move forward even when it feels like the world is holding you back. Success is not about waiting for the stars to align. It's about taking consistent, purposeful action every single day, regardless of the obstacles you face. When you begin to focus on your actions and not your circumstances, you start to realize that the power to change your life has always been within you. Consistency over time is more powerful than intensity in the moment. It's easy to get excited about something new, to put in a burst of energy at the start of a project or goal. We've all been there. The initial motivation is high, and we believe we can accomplish everything we set our minds to. But motivation alone is fleeting. It fades when challenges arise, when the excitement wanes, and when the road gets tough. This is where the real secret to success lies. Consistency. Success isn't about one intense push, it's about showing up every day no matter how you feel. In life, it's the small, consistent actions that lead to the biggest results. Think about any major accomplishment you've ever had. It didn't come from one big effort. It came from showing up consistently day after day. Whether you're building a business, getting fit, or learning a new skill, the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is consistency. It's about putting in the work even when you don't feel like it, even when there's no immediate payoff. The real transformation comes not from the peaks of excitement, but from the everyday grind. When you commit to consistency, you build momentum. Momentum is powerful. It's the force that keeps you moving forward, even on days when you feel like giving up. The key is not to focus on the end result, but to focus on the process. When you're consistent, you're not looking for immediate rewards. You're focused on doing what's necessary, day in and day out, to get closer to your goals. The compound effect of consistent effort is staggering. It's those small daily actions that accumulate into massive progress over time. Consistency also builds discipline. It forces you to stay focused on the task at hand and not get distracted by the inevitable highs and lows that come with any journey. The intense bursts of energy are great, but they don't sustain you for the long haul. What sustains you is the ability to keep going, even when the excitement has worn off. It's about making a commitment to your goals and staying true to that commitment no matter what. The ones who succeed are not the ones who only work hard when they feel motivated. They're the ones who do the work even when the motivation fades away. The ability to delay gratification sets high achievers apart. In a world where instant satisfaction is at our fingertips, learning to resist the urge for immediate rewards is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. It's easy to want things now, to chase after the quick fix, the shortcut that promises faster results. But true success doesn't come from immediate gratification. It comes from the ability to focus on long-term goals, to endure the discomfort of working towards something bigger, even when it means sacrificing immediate pleasure. The concept of delayed gratification is often what separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. It's about being willing to put in the hard work, to endure the struggles, and to stay focused on your bigger vision, knowing that the rewards will come later. High achievers understand that lasting success requires patience. They know that the road to mastery, to building something significant, takes time, effort, and sacrifice. The decisions they make are based on the bigger picture, not the short-term feelings of pleasure or comfort that may arise in the moment. Delayed gratification is not about denying yourself enjoyment. It's about choosing the right kind of satisfaction. It's about saying no to something that will bring temporary pleasure in order to achieve something much more rewarding down the line. It's like planting a seed today and nurturing it with care, knowing that the fruit will come, but only after time, effort, and patience. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. But that discomfort is exactly what builds the strength and resilience you need to achieve your highest goals. When you learn to delay gratification, you unlock a new level of self-control. You no longer let fleeting desires control your actions. Instead, you are the one in charge. You make decisions with purpose, with intention. You understand that while the path to success might not always be the easiest or most fun in the moment, it is the one that will lead you to the greatest rewards in the end. Delaying gratification doesn't mean giving up enjoyment. It means prioritizing the things that will have the greatest long-term impact on your life. This is a trait that all high achievers possess, and it's what allows them to stay focused on their goals, even when the road is long and difficult. Self-discipline means choosing long-term goals over short-term pleasures. It's about having the strength to say no to what feels good in the moment, and yes to what will benefit you in the long run. In a world where instant gratification is always just a click away, learning to make decisions that align with your long-term vision is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It's easy to give in to the temptation of short-term rewards. The extra hour of sleep, the sugar-filled snack, the lazy day spent binge-watching. These pleasures are fleeting and often leave us feeling empty, without bringing us any closer to our goals. But when you make self-discipline a habit, you begin to make decisions that serve your future, not your present. It's not about denying yourself all pleasure. It's about learning to prioritize the things that matter most in achieving your bigger vision. Whether it's studying for an exam instead of going out with friends, choosing a healthy meal over junk food, or working on your passion project instead of scrolling through social media, self-discipline is the ability to keep your eyes on the bigger picture. It's knowing that the small sacrifices you make today will pay off in the future. One of the greatest challenges in life is to resist the allure of instant pleasure in favor of delayed rewards. It's not easy. It's hard to see the value in working towards something that won't pay off right away. But that's where true growth lies. Choosing long-term goals over short-term pleasures is what creates lasting success. It's about building the habits that reinforce your vision for the future. Every time you make the hard choice, you're strengthening your ability to focus, to delay gratification, and to make decisions that bring you closer to your highest potential. The more you practice this kind of self-discipline, the easier it becomes to stick to your long-term goals. You start to see that the effort you put in today will bring results down the road. The satisfaction you get from achieving something meaningful is far greater than any fleeting pleasure. And when you stay committed to your long-term goals, you begin to see progress that motivates you to keep going. This is the power of self-discipline. It helps you to break free from the cycle of instant gratification and move toward a life that is richer, more fulfilling, and aligned with your deepest aspirations. Embrace discomfort. It's a sign of growth and progress. In our society, we are often taught to avoid discomfort, to seek comfort and ease at all costs. We've been conditioned to believe that if something feels difficult or uncomfortable, it's a signal that we should stop or back away. But true growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. In fact, it's when we push ourselves beyond what feels easy, when we face discomfort head-on, that we truly begin to evolve and reach our highest potential. Discomfort is a necessary part of the journey to success. It's a signal that you are stretching yourself, that you are stepping outside of the familiar and into the realm of the unknown. When you start a new project, take on a new challenge, or push your limits, discomfort will be right there with you. But instead of seeing it as a sign to quit, see it as an opportunity. Discomfort is a teacher. It shows you where you need to grow, where you need to improve, and where you are holding yourself back. Think about any major accomplishment you've achieved. It likely came with moments of discomfort, whether it was the frustration of learning something new, the exhaustion of pushing through a tough time, or the fear of taking a risk. These moments weren't easy, but they were necessary. Every step of discomfort you experienced was a step toward becoming the person you need to be to achieve your goals. It's in these moments of discomfort that you develop resilience, determination, and the strength to keep moving forward when things get tough. When you embrace discomfort, you begin to break free from the limits you've placed on yourself. You stop avoiding challenges and start seeking them out. You understand that it's not about avoiding pain or discomfort. It's about learning to use it as fuel. The more you push through difficult situations, the more you build mental toughness, the ability to stay focused and determined no matter what obstacles arise. Each uncomfortable moment is an opportunity to build your capacity for success. True growth only happens when you are willing to face the discomfort that comes with change, improvement, and progress. It's a natural part of the process, and the more you embrace it, the more you will transform. The key is not to avoid discomfort, but to welcome it as a necessary part of your journey. The discomfort you feel today is the strength you'll carry with you tomorrow. You don't need motivation, you need commitment. Motivation is powerful in the short term, but it's unreliable. It comes and goes, fluctuating with your mood, energy levels, and circumstances. One day you feel on top of the world, ready to conquer your goals, and the next you're struggling to get out of bed. If you rely solely on motivation to drive your success, you're setting yourself up for inconsistency and frustration. Motivation is temporary. Commitment is what keeps you going when the initial excitement fades away. Commitment is the decision to stay the course, no matter what. It's about making a promise to yourself that you will not give up, even when things get tough. While motivation can help you start something, it's commitment that will see you through to the end. Think about any long-term achievement you've had. Whether it's building a career, getting in shape, or learning a new skill, the journey wasn't always easy. There were days when you didn't feel motivated, days when obstacles seemed insurmountable. But what kept you going wasn't motivation. It was your commitment to your goal. The key is to build your discipline around your commitment, not around your motivation. When you are committed to something, you don't need to feel motivated to take action. You simply do what needs to be done, whether or not you feel like it. This is where true progress happens. Success doesn't come from waiting until you feel motivated enough to take action. It comes from creating a routine and sticking to it, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. The more committed you are, the less you depend on fluctuating motivation, and the more you rely on your own strength and determination. Commitment is a promise you make to yourself to keep pushing forward, no matter the obstacles, no matter the doubts, and no matter how long it takes. It's the foundation of all success, because it provides the consistency you need to achieve your goals. When you commit, you create a mental and emotional framework that allows you to continue making progress, even when things are difficult. So, instead of waiting for motivation to strike, focus on strengthening your commitment. Commit to showing up every day, doing the work, and sticking to your path no matter what. This is how you turn dreams into reality. Master your habits and you'll master your life. The reality is that most of what we do every day is driven by habit, often without conscious thought. We wake up, go through our routines, make decisions, and take actions, all on autopilot. These habits, both good and bad, shape our lives more than we realize. Whether we succeed or fail often depends on the quality of our daily habits. The good news is, you have the power to change your habits, and in doing so, you can change your life. It starts with understanding that habits are the building blocks of progress. Successful people aren't necessarily special. They just have good habits. They don't make extraordinary decisions every day. They make small, consistent, and purposeful choices that add up over time. The key to mastering your life is mastering your daily habits, because the little things you do every day compound into big results. Think about it. If you start your day with a morning routine that sets you up for success, if you consistently work towards your goals, even in small increments, if you make choices that align with your values and objectives, over time, you'll find that you are naturally moving closer to where you want to be. On the other hand, bad habits, like procrastination, negative self-talk, or distractions, can sabotage even the best plans. You may have big dreams, but without the right habits to support them, those dreams will remain just that, dreams. The good news is that habits are learned behaviors. They aren't fixed parts of your personality, but patterns you can choose to create. If you want to master your life, start by taking a close look at your habits. Identify which ones are helping you move forward and which ones are holding you back. The key is to replace unproductive habits with those that align with your long-term goals. It's about taking small, consistent actions that over time build the life you want. When you make a habit of consistently working toward your goals, your mindset changes. You begin to see success not as a distant possibility, but as an inevitable outcome of your daily actions. Mastering your habits means choosing the right actions every day. Even when it's hard, even when motivation wanes. It's about making decisions today that your future self will thank you for. This is how you take control of your life and create lasting, meaningful success. Every day is an opportunity to strengthen your discipline. The truth is, discipline isn't something you either have or don't have. It's a muscle that you can develop and grow over time. Every choice you make, no matter how small, either strengthens or weakens your discipline. It's in the little moments, the everyday decisions, that your discipline is either reinforced or compromised. The more consistently you choose to act with discipline, the more natural it becomes. Over time, it starts to feel like second nature, and your ability to stay focused and committed to your goals improves exponentially. Think about the power of daily practice. If you commit to doing something every single day, even if it's just for a short period of time, you will see progress. Whether it's a new habit, a goal, or a skill you're trying to develop, discipline grows with repetition. But that repetition has to happen every day. The temptation is always there to put things off, to wait until tomorrow, or to tell yourself that you'll try harder next week. But the truth is, tomorrow doesn't exist. The only time you have is today. When you make it a non-negotiable habit to work on your goals every day, you reinforce your discipline. It doesn't matter if you're not seeing immediate results. What matters is that you are building the habit of consistency. The results will come, but it's the daily discipline that forms the foundation. Over time, you'll find that your discipline becomes stronger and more resilient. The distractions, temptations, and excuses that once derailed you will no longer have the same power. You'll have conditioned yourself to stay on track regardless of how you feel in the moment. Discipline isn't something that magically appears when you need it most. It's something that you build every single day. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. And as you strengthen your discipline, you start to realize that each day is a new chance to be better than you were yesterday. Every small action adds up, and before long, you'll find that your disciplined choices have led you to a place you never thought possible. Discipline is not about perfection, but persistence. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success requires flawless execution, that you need to get everything right every time in order to achieve your goals. But this mindset is not only unrealistic, it's also limiting. No one achieves their dreams by being perfect. Instead, it's the ability to keep going, even after mistakes, failures, and setbacks, that leads to lasting success. Discipline is about showing up, making progress, and doing the work even when things aren't going according to plan. Think about any great achiever, whether in business, sports, or personal development. They didn't get to where they are by being perfect. They got there by persevering through challenges, learning from their mistakes, and continuing to take action. The key to their success wasn't perfection. It was persistence. They understood that failure wasn't the end, but just a part of the process. It was through their persistence that they developed the resilience needed to push through difficult times and emerge stronger on the other side. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. It can prevent you from taking action because you're too focused on getting everything just right. But in reality, perfection doesn't exist. What matters is the effort you put in and the determination to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles you encounter. Every misstep, every failure, is a lesson that gets you closer to your goal. The key is not to let mistakes define you, but to use them as fuel to keep going. Persistence is what builds momentum. It's what makes success inevitable, not a matter of if, but when. The more you persist, the stronger your discipline becomes and the closer you get to achieving your goals. Discipline is not about being perfect every single day. It's about showing up, doing the work, and refusing to quit. When you focus on persistence instead of perfection, you free yourself from the pressure of unrealistic expectations and embrace the process of continuous improvement. Every day you keep going is a step closer to the success you've been working toward.